On this day, on May 28, 1951, Union forces push communists back across the 38th parallel on most Korean battlefronts. Hey, what is up YouTube? I'm back again with another video. So, I found something interesting, or I guess I've always noticed it in one of our trucks at work on the ambulance service. And I figured, so with my Dyna Med jacket video, I showed you guys what they used to use compared to what the modern equivalent is today of what we use today. And today it's going to be another one of those videos, but kind of reversed. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I wanted to show you guys the differences in the old style EMS vest versus the new style. And you guys won't believe it, but at my service in our backup truck, we actually still use these ones. This one came from work, I borrowed it, and the tag is washed out. It's very old. It has to be from the late 70s, early 80s. And as you guys can see, it's got 4 large size pockets zippered, a small one with elastic loops, so you could fit like pin lights or maybe syringes like that there. And then it has a singular loop here, a snap loop, or a loop with a snap closure, like you could hang medical tape from it. And then it has newer style reflective material sewn on top of the old style right there. That little white strip is the old stuff. It's adjustable on the sides, not very adjustable, only by 2 or 3 inches by this webbing. And then on the back you have the original reflective strip with the new one sewn below it, and a singular giant pocket on the back, and then 2 medium-sized Velcro closure pockets on the inside. This is a very thick nylon material, and it is waterproofed. It's not, I know it looks almost like one of those like a Coast Guard vest, but it's not for like flotation or anything like that. It's just a reflective EMS vest. And like I said, it has to be from the maybe 90s, but I'm guessing 80s. And my service actually still has these on the truck, on the backup truck. We have 2 on the backup, and then this one was in storage. They're all unbranded. I don't think that they're Dyna Med, but I've never seen this style around before. So it's very neat. And basically what this vest would be used for would be like kind of like doing a first aid station at a concert or a county fair or something like that, or potentially a mass casualty incident. But I think the reason why it's still kept on our trucks, or at least on our backup truck, is that our backup truck will do rodeo standbys, medical coverage for rodeos. And again, you know, you might be away from your truck, so you could throw this on, pack it full of bandages and vitals and whatnot, and then go post up wherever you're standing. But most people just stay with their truck, and I don't actually know anybody that actually wears this. So this is the old style that is still carried on our truck. Let me show you the new style that is from my personal collection that we don't use. So this one is Dyna Med by Gulls. A lot of people don't know this, but Gulls actually bought out Dyna Med, so they're kind of the same company now. And there's the information on the tag. This one's size large, and there's the washing instructions. So this one is in orange. They were available in yellow, orange, green, and blue. On this pocket here, you can see it's divided kind of like that one, except it has an open top, Star of Life patch, and then down, so it's got 5 total pockets with the radio holster. You got 2 medium-sized ones with no dividers, and then you got 2 larger ones on the bottom with no dividers. And then of course the universal radio pouch, which is sewn on. Now, my service uses the Motorola APX 4000 and the Motorola XTS 2500, and both of those fit in this pouch. The entire thing is all elastic, minus this back support part. So it'll accommodate basically any radio. And then of course up on the top you have a Velcro loop for the antenna, and then on the side here it's a little bit of elastic strip that you could put a pen light or a Sharpie or a pen or pencil. There's no interior pockets at all, and it's semi-waterproof material. I would say that it's more water resistant than waterproofed, unlike this one, which won't breathe at all. This one seems like it would breathe a little bit better. And then it's also way more adjustable on each side. You get way more playroom. Flipping it over on the back, you have one giant compartment, but you have 2 zippers, one on each side, so you could access it with either hand. And then just a plain design on the back, nothing, no patches other than the reflective strip. I think that these were originally about $50 each. I have no idea what those ones cost because they're unbranded, or the tag on them is worn off. Gulls just quit selling these probably 2 or 3 years ago, and now the only way to find them is on the aftermarket, like I did on eBay, or if your service has them laying around. I also have a yellow one. We'll take a look at this one. This one is size extra large. The camera will focus. And of course it's a Dyna Med one too. It's identical, except somebody took this patch off. So, what do I think of these vests? You know, I've been in EMT now for 6 years, I think, and I have experience working in the hospital, in a correctional environment, and of course out on the ambulance service. I think that these definitely have their place, but this is not something that you're just gonna wear to your shift every single day. And honestly, if you did, you'd definitely get made fun of. You get called like Rescue Randy or something like that. But if you're in a part of, again, like providing medical coverage for a county fair, a Band-Aid station, or I think a search and rescue, if you're an EMT on a search and rescue team, or just doing a search and rescue event, I think that a vest like this would be very handy, because you could pack it full of essential medical equipment that maybe, obviously, if you carried your whole jump bag, then it wouldn't be practical walking through hills or heavy terrain. Then it would be to just throw the essentials in this vest and then throw the vest on. But that's honestly the only time that I could see this being used. You know, at my service, most of our demographic is geriatric population, and I'm not going to throw this on just to, you know, go to the 2 a.m. medical call for a grandparent who doesn't feel good. There's no call to put this on. You know, you're already wearing your uniform. This would be like, hey, look at me, you know. But I do think that they have their purpose. I do think it's unfortunate that Gulls doesn't sell these anymore. And if you're in EMS and your service has them, I would definitely try and hang on to them if at all possible. Again, I do feel like that they have their purpose, just definitely not every single everyday use. Nowadays, you can find generic, just reflective vests with pockets on them on eBay by, again, unbranded China manufacturers, or kind of like those vests that Amazon drivers wear. Reminds me a lot of these. And the only people that still make the medical style is actually Rothco. Their vests are available in orange and blue, and they have a single 1-inch reflective strip on the top and 4 pockets on the front. There's side adjusters like this, and then they don't have any internal pockets or pockets on the back. But those are like $50. So personally, I would just try and find one of these if you're gonna buy one instead of one of those ones. I've heard that the quality wasn't as good from the Gauls ones versus the Dyna Med ones. Again, I don't know what exactly that means. Maybe the person saying this was talking about before Gauls bought them out. I've only ever handled these ones that have Dyna Med by Gauls on them, so the quality seems fine to me. I don't know what they mean by that, but my only complaint with these is these side adjusters, is that they're open-ended, they're not sewn at all, so they could come undone. But the really nice thing is that it gives you so much room that maybe you had a medium one or a large one that you wanted to fit larger, then you could just cut these off and get 1-inch black webbing and just sewn on, have it replaced to a longer length than what is offered. Typically I wear an XL shirt, and the XL, I am swimming in it, even tightened up all the way. It's really loose on me, so I'm actually glad that I found the large one, because it fits a lot better, and all the way cinched down, it's still just a little bit loose. But if I wanted to wear a ballistic vest or a winter jacket over it or under it, then I would definitely need to loosen it up a lot more. But anyways, guys, so that's gonna wrap it up for the video. These are just reflective EMS tactical or tactical vests. The old style, which is still carried on my service, versus the new style that they don't have anymore at all, or that my service never had. I hope you guys learned something. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. And I'll catch you guys on the next video.